What's going on YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got a beautiful build for you. Today we're building in the Lian Evo RGB. It's been a few weeks since we built this, but today we have something special. Not only are we doing 10 Infinity SL fans, we're doing 9000 XTRD with a 5080, and today's 5080 is going to be that beautiful Zotac Amp Infinity. That's right. We have that beautiful Infinity design in today's build, and we have that card that has that Infinity mirror design at the end of the cooler. It looks absolutely stunning. We're starting off again with a 9000 XTRD. We're putting it on the beautiful MSI X870E carbon board, which is one of our favorite X870E boards coming over from MSI. We've got 9000 XTRD. We've got 48 gigs of 64CL32 RAM coming over from TEAMGROUP and the Delta RGB. Have all that RGB that they want. We've got a 2 terabyte Kingston KC3000 drive for our storage today. Again, it's going that beautiful Lian Evo RGB case, cooling it with obviously the Lian Galahad Infinity cooler, which is going to be absolutely beautiful in that Trinity 2 mirror design as well. Make sure that like button. Let us know what you think about the build down in the comments. Make sure that like button helps us with the algorithm as well over here on YouTube. Make sure that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful PCs like this and up in your YouTube feed. You want to catch us live, unedited, raw like it is right now as I record this intro. You can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over at Twitch channel. Return at 11 a.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/stints. We hope to see you soon. So let's get started on today's beautiful build. I mean, look at all these parts. Look at all these beautiful parts. Our fans off to the side here. 10 Infinity fans. We have the Infinity cooler as well, like Trinity 2 today. That card off the top. It's a really good looking board. We've used it actually, I think we used it last week on the height build that we did. And then it's actually one of our top boards. Hey, this one, the Edge, and then the Tomahawk for X870 are our top used boards. But this board does indeed look stunning. There it is, chat. That beautiful X870 carbon. A cellophane that we hate here. We got it out. One of the carbon we'll leave right here because this actually has RGB. We're going to put our drive in first and then also our center standpoint. All right, everything opened up. Let's get our CPU. Again, we get our tray. We being an AMD partner, we get tray CPUs. A big old tray with multiple trays of 9000 XTRD sitting back there. We keep in stock. Down we go on the beautiful X870E carbon. Latch it in. There it is. Today's build is more like, man, this will be a good one for stream because we do like the Evos. YouTube likes the Evos. Chat likes the Evo builds. And especially when you have the Amp Infinity card that matches the case and the vibes. It's like, you know what? Let's just do it, you know? There we go, latch it in place. Let's look to see how our AMD bracket is today. We have the AMD bracket, okay. Sometimes they haven't updated these. These are updated, which is good to see. We take out our factory retention clips. All right, take out the factory retention clips. We're gonna put these back in the bag. So in case he ever needs to change his cooler or things like that, he has that right there. Something we do. Let's go back into the bag of all the cooler parts, and this will go over into the motherboard box. Get our last two clips in. This is a killer build today. 9000 XTRD, 48 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte drive, beautiful board, beautiful case, beautiful fans, beautiful card. I mean, you really kind of ticked them all, you know? All right, let's get our RAM in chat. Again, 48 gigs, 64C32, sweet spot. 64C32, 6000 C30, sweet spot for the AM5 CPUs, actually the XTRD CPUs. There it is, looking great there. Everything is assembled here on the motherboard, ready to go into the case. Again, 9000 XTRD on the beautiful X870E MSI carbon board. We have a 2 terabyte Kingston KC3000 drive down in the slot. And we have 48 gigs of 64C32 from Team in the Delta RGB. Absolutely beautiful aesthetic here. Let's allow this aside. Get that Evo out today, guys. Beautiful Lian Evo. Your front close up, there we go. A beautiful Evo case today. We're popping our panels off. Don't hate me, chat, but I am indeed going to take off the side panel just for today's builds, because it's going to look so good when it's done. I want to be able to see that beautiful Amp Infinity. I put it back on for shipping, for stability. But just so you know, I'm going to take this panel off really quick. So if you get it at home and you don't want to see that ugly corner piece, it's 4 set screws that keep this in place. There it is. There they are. We've got some crazy, but I mean, Jerry's build last week was pretty up there in terms of holy moly. But no, we won't do that. I won't fly. I'm going to take off these SSD mounting points. There they are. Everything's opened up. We're going to spin this around, go top down, and get ready to put the motherboard in. I'm going to get the anti-sag bracket too today for today's card. Should fit on today's case. We can always take it out if it does not. There it is.
Looking beautiful as always. And we're gonna put the bracket on because we got a pretty thick card today. We're gonna use the pancake bracket that comes with this. I'm gonna grab our manual so I can take a look at that. It's been a couple days since I put or a couple weeks since I put one of these in this case. So use a pancake design here with padding. So it sits like this, like so. You can see right here and here, and adjusts to the girth of the card. There's one, and one more here. There we go. Word of the day, girth. There it is. Now it just goes like this. You push this button, and you slide it. Your GPU sits nice and safely in that little built-in slider. All right, now we're looking pretty mint. Start working on these fans. Chad, I got a lot of fans today. Put this bad boy around. There it is. Before we do that, actually, I'm gonna work on the front panel connections, then I'll work on the fans. Type C, USB 3.0, I was gonna put those in first. HD audio, C. Easier if I do it really quick this way, chat, and then you don't get to see it as much. It's easier to reach. All in there. All right. So I'm gonna have the RGB hub, RGB. I'm gonna use one of their old adapters to go to a 3-pin connection. That way the RGB on the case will also sync in the Connect software. So I'm doing it right next. We're gonna get this little adapter synced in, 5 volt RGB. There we go. A little electric tape so it stays connected. And our bottom fan's going. First set of fans. We have 10 fans today, chat. Sheesh. 3 on the cooler, 3 on the bottom for intake, 3 on the side for intake. 3 across the top for exhaust, and 1 across the back for exhaust as well. Working on the bottom fans really quick. So we're gonna work on getting these in. Pop out our set screw here. Just how it sits, just like so. Just keep that top of mind. I'm gonna slide the case over here. Get our fans. But everybody gets in the zone. We get in the zone, we start working, and that's it, you know what I mean? So usually they go out next day. Like this build will probably go out tomorrow or hopefully tomorrow. The only thing is on this one, I'm mad at myself because I left my camera equipment at home. Come on, you. This one go in your home? Go. Bottom fans are in. Start working on the side fans now, chat. You take this whole tray out right here. I actually like mounting them with them in. You're like, you're crazy, but I actually like mounting these fans with the guide in. So I can just put it how I want to see it visually. It's just easier. All right, all 4 corners are in. Get the rest of these screwed. They're nice fans. These are the Lian Infinity. They're really, really good fans. Good fans. All right, let's get a rear fan in. I'm gonna work on our cooler after this. Let's rear fan in, and then on to the cooler, chat. We're gonna do the cooler next, so we can hide all of our wires behind the main cooler wires. So we're gonna top down, get ready to mount the cooler. Get our Evo cooler out. Evo coming, our Infinity, Galahad Trinity Infinity. We'll get ready to put the thermal paste on. I'm gonna hit it really quick with low torque. Ship to South America, ship to South Africa, we shipped to Australia, we've shipped to Europe, we've shipped to Finland, shipped to Greenland, shipped to Iceland, shipped to Germany, shipped to Croatia, shipped to Turkey. We'll need our pump wire. And then our USB SATA will run down below. There's our pump. I know I feel you back there. There it is. We get our PWM and our RGB hooked up right now. That's next. All right, let's get ready to put our cooler next. Or actually our rad in. This is a cooler sync RGB. So I actually run it right back into the cooler because it'll push out the RGB sync to the motherboard if that's what we want to do, versus having to run another RGB header. It'll turn off the controller. We get this AIO mounted check. Give me 1 second here. Spin this around so you can see the rad and the AIO. Take out the tray up top here. I actually don't mind holding it up and just mounting it. Just honestly, it's easier. Plug in our USB. We're gonna move on to getting our power supply out. Once we get the power supply out, we can move on to getting everything plugged in, and then just our GPU chat. Really, all we have left after this is just our power supply and our GPU. Our USB 1, USB 2. USB 1, USB 2 will be next. Have that power supply chat. There you go. Cables management looking pretty clean so far. Make sure to get it all dialed in here in a few minutes when we get finished up. So today we're gonna need SATA for sure. We need that for show. 4 SATA connections today. We have a 1,000 watt MSI power supply going with today's build. There it is, beautiful 1,000 watt GL. So we have for cables today. We will need a EPS 1, EPS 2, 12 volt high power, 24 pin main, and SATA 1, 2, 3, 2 SATA cables. And then we'll need a PCIe. A lot of cables today. There's extra cables right here, as well as the power cable will go in the bag here. A lot of other cables and stuff like that will get fed into this as well in a motherboard box for the customer to have. But we start working on all these cables. We need PCIe. It's going to run to the PCIe header on the bottom. So we're going to run that first. That's a toughie. That is a toughie. Over. It's clipped in. And there's that. And then our 12 volt high power, last but not least. All the yellow's gone, we know what's in. There's our power supply. A lot of cables today. Yeah, we just do the build on stream. We don't do any of the, we have the other UPS to plug in here too. Slide it in the back here. We'll work on the cable management next. UPS 1, UPS 2, first one. Our second EPS, which is our CPU power. It's hard to see from this angle. I don't know, my face is gonna be in the side of the shot, but there it is. There's EPS. All right, let's get our SATA plugged in. We got all these SATA cables to hook up. 24 pin main is going up next. 24 pin main and our 12 volt high power is all we have left, chat. There we go, all secure there. All right, we're all done with the power supply, chat. I'm just getting to the cables cleaned up back here. Cable camera, I know Smitty. We were just talking about the cameras earlier. There it is. There's also cover too, so cover, you want to see any cables back there. Super clean. Get the GPU out, get this 5080 out today. We hooked him up with the Amp Infinity. My favorite looking cards right now. This thing looks stunning. Beautiful Amp Infinity today from Zotac, Behemoth. So let's get our 3 slots uncovered that we need today. 1, 2, and 3. All right, pop the 3 slots out, 3 tabs. These extra PCIe slot extension slot covers will go in the motherboard box. Let's get our Behemoth out. We're gonna put this bad boy in. There we go, that's in, there we go. With the bracket there, it made it a little bit harder. Actually, it's snug. So we're in good now. We're not sure what thunk, because this board has one of those quick release adapters, but it is gonna be super snug with this built-in support bracket. Love to see that. There are 3 screws in. This thing's not gonna move at all. See, I don't even have the bottom of the support bracket in right now. And it doesn't move, watch this, chat, it doesn't even move. So then on top of that, we add the movable support bracket tab. Locked into place, look at that. I can't even move it. All right, let's get our cable in. Like so. Nice and secure there. Pour our slack back through the back here. Down and around. Bottom, there we go. There's chat. She's done. She's all done. Shima, are you here in chat? That is sturdy. That is sturdy. It is a very thick card. It's a super thick card. All right, let's go to light it up. Let's see why I like this card. A little bit gray, a little bit more black on the, but this right here, that's why you're gonna like it. Right at the back side here.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come on over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.